Hey, this will be super short. I'm diving deep into the weeds. This is Chief Architect X16 public beta. I use a StreamDeck, and what I'm doing is I created this apply button that just does a bunch of tab and then spacebar to select something, and then tab, tab, tab all the way down. And I think it's 7 tabs and then a down arrow and then another tab. And what that gets me is this. I've created a spreadsheet over here that has every keyboard shortcut, and I started with 500 as the StreamDeck number. And over on this side here, if I decide to ever change, I'll have the actual letters. And what I'm going to do is 3 digits over here. So like the break tool is 3, but I actually want that to be 3 characters. So to break a wall or break a line, I'm going to go 333. And the reason is if I just do 1 3, then anything that starts with a 3 is going to be invalid. It'll give you that error message saying you can't do it because this already took its place. So using one button for a shortcut key, like a L for line, that's not smart because now you've just eliminated L for starting any other kind of shortcut. But I'm not even playing in this world. This is keyboards. So if you want to use your iPad or iPhone and spend $50, you get a lifetime subscription to StreamDeck on your mobile device. So you don't have to buy one of those $300 32 button models, which they're nice, but you don't need it. You can use your iPad or any tablet, Android, whatever, But anyway, so what I'm doing is I used the spreadsheet to generate these numbers in sequence. And after I did this, I thought, maybe I should have went like every 3 or every 2. So I'd have a space in between here. So if anything got added in the future, I could just slip it in there. But it doesn't really matter. These numbers are irrelevant other than in Chief, whatever this shortcut is, it's going to get assigned this number. And that's going to be corresponding with the StreamDeck button. Let's see, where am I at? 932. So here's 932. Framing defaults. So let me show you how this works. I go in here, and my next one's 933 in sequence. So you can't use the number pad because look at the number pad. It spells num. So that's useless. So you got to use the upper number pad, and it's 933. See how it filled that in? And now I've got a button. Let me open up StreamDeck real quick. That apply button right there is in the bottom right. It's perfectly located. I can don't even have to touch my mouse. So what I'm going to do is just show you a couple how this works. Let me get this off the screen. We're back here. So I'm going to push that apply button. And here's what it's going to do. And it gets me ready for the next one. So then I just go 934, apply. 935, apply. 936, apply. So this is so much faster than manually doing this. And then all I got to do is program the numbers like you see here. Here's one, add to library, 527. So I go down here, 527, add to library. So what's cool about that is I've already got this 527 here. And let's go see if I've got it changed. I don't think I have it changed here yet. See if I can find it. Add to library. See how the graphics have AL? So what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm changing all these graphics over to the actual number that matches the spreadsheet. And the reason why I started with 500, in the beginning, I was concerned that like the number 2, connect roofs, and number 3, broke things, like broke walls and lines. But then once I changed them to 3-digit numbers, it really didn't matter. But that was after I had decided that 4, 5, and 6, and I believe 7 aren't designated shortcuts that are built in. So I just picked 501 and started. It's the only reason I did that. But anyway, so add to library is still AL, but it's not going to function because it's not linked to that anymore here. It is now 527. So I just come down here, type in 527. And now, and you don't have to hit save. This is live. Now when I push the add to library, or actually, once I actually zoom into this, it won't let me zoom into this new button with the 527 under it and put that image on there. Then I'll just click it and it'll add to library or create polyline or whatever. So all the ones you see with these numbers, that's the, and I don't even need to have these numbers on here. I just did it for whatever reason out of habit. I just need to know open object, click, and it opens the object. It happens to be the number 1154, which is way down here somewhere. And that's just the way it's working. Is I just wanted to have everything with a number, and then I only use maybe 30, maybe 40 shortcuts, and I'll have those as buttons. And the only downside would be if for some reason the StreamDeck failed me. So when I'm done, I'll save a couple different profiles, back them up, so that if it did, if something crashed or got hung up, I could just reinstall the profile and keep going. The advantage of the mobile account is if you have a iPad Pro, even a real old one, the Pros can do split screen. I don't know if the regular ones can, but I know that the guy that was showing this, Nutty, so he's pretty good on, if you do a search for StreamDeck, he showed how you can have 2 sets of 64 buttons side by side. So there's 128 hotkeys ready to go. Let me see. Like right now, I'm looking at a typical. Yeah, look at this. This is exactly what my iPad looks like right now. All these buttons do something. Right now, they're in the process of being changed from this letter designation to like a 3-digit number, 4-digit number. I think I'm almost into the thousands. Yeah, I am up here. I'm into the thousands. So it went from, I think there's 1,085 or 1,084, somewhere around there. What I'm finding is the method that I use to build this list had like sometimes spelling errors. It didn't capture everything, or in one instance, it missed a line. Somewhere around here. It was in the D's. And, but I caught it because I'm going through it line by line. So that was cool. And then if you really want to get into this, if keyboard shortcuts is your thing, you need to go check out Dan Baumann. He's actually working on a system where he'll be able to send you a file that you can add to your Chief, and all the shortcut keys will be loaded into your system. And I'm telling you, if you're using a mouse and you're navigating to a button over and over and over and over and over and over, I promise you, half of the time of your designing is being wasted moving the mouse around to find the button you need to click it. And when you get used to using your keyboard, or if you want to step up to the StreamDeck, most people are going to go with the keyboard because everybody's got one, and so that's probably the best way. And Dan's really good at coming up with common sense, very thorough training. And you will save so much time, and it will become muscle memory. And it all started for me way long time ago. I watched videos of Scott Hall from California, and he would verbalize what he's doing as he's drawing along. He'd go QQ. That was his open object button. And he had a couple other buttons, and it was fun because, he's hilarious when stuff doesn't work right. And he really gets aggressive on his mouse. You can hear it clicking in the background on the desk. But he made some great videos. So look him up, DS Hall on YouTube. But then if you just want to learn to do this and be productive, and being productive makes you money, then definitely check into Dan Baumann. He's got training courses. He's upgrading all his training courses for the current software. And he has a Friday morning. It depends where you are. It's Friday morning for me. The Designers Show, Chief Experts. So search them up on YouTube. All right, I'm going to let you go now. I think this has been long enough, and I got to get back at it. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I don't know how to stop. As Jim Carrey would say, somebody stop me.